Alright, you know, I just noticed that my OBS has been up for like a solid week in the background. Fuck it. We make a clip. Um, so, I've had an interesting week. I decided to step down from rank 1. I've gone over this with so many people, but essentially what happened, um, I sat there and had some health shit. Like, I started. Okay. So, I'm gonna do his oracle while I talk this out. So, I sat there and I went to the DMV to renew my permit because I've perpetually, for the last decade, just been renewing my permit instead of actually going and getting a license because of other bullshit. Um, but I go and I'm renewing the permit. I'm taking the eye test, and I have sat there for many months. Been like, dude, my left eye feels like it's actually like degrading. It feels like it's dying in my skull. Like some days I'll be looking through my left eye and it's like dude, it's getting blurry. Um and so I go to the where they test your eye, and I have this oh shit moment. Like, oh, it's not like in my head. It's not like something smudged on my glasses at work because I get a lot of grease on my glasses. Nah, like my fucking eye, my left eye, I actually like could not see much of anything through it. Like I barely passed it. Um, I'm out here like passing on like fucking being able to identify fucking shape language on the numbers. Um, and so I go to work later that day, and I'm looking in the mirror at one point. I'm kind of fixing my hair because I could tell it had gotten like a little bit messy. Um, and I notice my left eye, the eyelid is drooped down, and I'm like, great. That's another fucking another lazy eye thing, because I've been pretty sure I've had a lazy eye for a while. Um, I then search it up, and it's like, no, it's not a lazy eye symptom. That's nerve damage. Specifically, most likely nerve damage from diabetes. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Because I've had loads of other nerve damage things. I mean, I've had spots where I'm getting, like, horrible pain out of nowhere because it's just the nerve essentially dying. Fuck. I mean, I've had a fucking had a moment where I was like, you know, you're fucking jerking it out, and you nut, and it's like, it feels like there's nothing. You're shooting blanks, and I'm like, the fuck? And this happened like 3 times in one day, and it's like, oh yeah, you're having retrograde ejaculation, which means essentially, like, your bladder will close a door when it's time for you to nut, so that you don't nut into your bladder. It wasn't doing that because of the nerve damage, so I'm out here legit just nutting into my fucking bladder. That's a great feeling. It like actually feels shitty. So it's like that. All these different things. I'm like legit fucking dying out here because of my fucking untreated type 2 diabetes. And so I go, and that was like the eye thing was like just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I'd already had other shit where it's like, yeah, I need to take this shit seriously, but my eyes are specifically a pain point for me because I most of my life have been pretty sure that I will go legally blind at some point because it runs in the family. As a little kid, I used to prepare for it. And so to know that I'm like out here accelerating that shit, that bothered me on like a deep level, and I felt like absolute dog shit when I got off work that day. So I sat there and I come home it's a case that it's a Saturday, so Saturdays is when my friend group we do D&D. I hop on, and I had been planning on hopping on OS as well to sit there and keep defending my record, because it was just very close and scary. And I did, because especially for the first part of the session, I didn't feel it at all. I'm out here, like, on the couch, listening to other people's turns, getting up just long enough to go and fucking take my turn. Like, just on the couch, fucking hugging my Blahage plush that I got, like, around my birthday. Just legit feeling pitiful. Started to feel a little bit better as I got into the session, whatever. Go to sleep, like, right as the session is done. Mind you, at this point, I'd had, like, legitimately, like, months of getting less than 6 hours of sleep, and at this point, a month straight of only getting, like, 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep. I'm tired, alright? It's hit me all at once. I sleep, like, 11 hours. I get up, and it's like, I think I hopped on for a little bit that day, before we're actually, like, leaving for work. And then on my walk to work, I'm like, I just don't fucking care anymore, dude. Like, not like a fucking, not like an apathetic thing. More of, like, this realization that, like, I've been burnt out, and legitimately, like, it doesn't mean what it once meant to me for a while now. And so it was like, I started, like, thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, like, think about all the shit that you've specifically not done because of trying to hold on to the record with everything. Think of all the things that, like, it's always like, oh, this will come after I sort this out. This will come after I have the record to a good spot. All that. And then I start thinking about all the things that I actually want to do. And I'm like, thinking about my comics that I've been neglecting. Thinking about how it's like, man, I'd love to pick back up piano. Man, I would love to actually go and pick all these different things back up that I, like, started and then stopped, because of the fact that it would be, like, more of a commitment. And it just felt amazing. Like, the idea of actually, like, being able to be free. Being able to, like, for instance, one of the things I've wanted to do is I've wanted to actually, like, take a road trip across the country. Just, like, legitimately try to sit there and, like, just take a fucking van out. Like a minivan, and just be like sleeping in a tent, going through each of the states, really getting, like, sunk into, like, going and trying all the local cuisine, seeing the backcountry areas, hiking in the national parks, like, really get fucking locked in to see what this country has to offer. And I had planned a route many years ago. I'd planned a route like 5 years ago, and then just things happen. Had to sit there and break my drug addiction. Had to sit there and deal with, like, fucking managing sober life and all the different things there. But, like, I still have that. At one point as well, I wanted to hike the AT. And then every time I've thought about, like, any, like, long-term, like, hiking things like that, I'm like, oh, no, I can't, though, because of the record. I'd be willfully giving up the record. That's all on the table now. I don't really want to hike the AT anymore, because the big reason for hiking the AT before was, like, to do something very few people have done to, like, prove my self-worth. I got that. Like, I got that out of fucking Crazy Archaeologist. I for sure got that shit. So yeah, I mean, it's... I'll pause this. We're actually keeping a good rate here. It's one of those things, it all hit me at once. It was like, I want to do other shit. And And so I let the record slip. I didn't hop on it for a week straight. I was doing other shit. I sat there and spent a day watching Scavenger's Reign. My god, is that show good. I'm very glad that I got a random YouTube video recommending it, because I had passed it over at least like 5 times because I didn't think it was going to be necessarily that good. I think it's because the banner on it, Ozzy kind of looks like an Echo type from like League/Arcane. I thought Ozzy was a dude from the thing, and so I was like, I don't know why, but that like dissuaded me. That dissuaded me because it looked like it was gonna be not what the show turned out to be. Like, the banner that they have actually makes the show look like it has less substance than the show actually has. I feel like with Scavenger's Reign, you'd almost be better off like showing what Levi turns into, or showing like some of the plant life. I feel like I'd be more inclined to watch it than the like stoic look that like Ozzy has. Because it for sure looked to me like it was going to be something much more about like mastering the environment of the planet. Like, oh, it's a case that you're dominating it. It didn't look like it was going to be the whole theme of like living in harmony with nature. So it was good. Like, it was insanely good. My god. And then I sat there, I spent 2 days just playing Black Ops 2. I sat there and fucking legit bruised my thumb because of playing like 11 hours one day. Because I remember that there was a port, and I was like, dude, Black Ops 2, I keep lauding as like the peak of COD. Like, I'm somebody that like, I stopped playing after Ghost came out. Didn't play till the Modern Warfare fucking reboot or whatever you want to call it. And I also played like Black Ops 3 Zombies because my friend like recommended it to me. So it's like, that's been my experience of like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and the Modern Warfare reboot thing were the last times that I was actually playing Call of Duty. And even still, every time being like, Black Ops 2 is the best multiplayer in the entire series. Yeah, that's still there. It's so fucking good, dude. I cannot get enough of it. I'm amazed by how fucking racist everything is. It's incredible how racist all of it is. But if you ignore that, it's still just really good to play. It's also funny how many fucking weeaboos there are now. Like, back in the day, you had your old, like, fucking Sasuke and Itachi things. But now it's, like, legit. Every lobby, it's a racist, porn, and then, like, 4 anime avatars. A bunch of them are, like, Makima from Chainsaw Man, which is cool for me to see. As somebody that, like, is very behind on the anime, but read the manga years ago, before the anime ever came out. It's really cool to see. There's one of the other characters, I actually don't know what she's from, that I keep seeing. But it's cool to see newer stuff, because it means that, like, this is, like, the new generation of anime fans. As someone that, like, I kind of aged out. Like, I don't get the same enjoyment I once did from anime. Like, even for instance, adaptations of shows that I love, like, I can't fucking watch Baki. I've read that entire manga. I'm a huge Keisuke Itagaki fan. I've read Garudan, which is one of his adaptations of, like, a martial arts book. I've read Garudan, like, 3 times through. I love Itagaki's art style. I love a lot of his pacing and the insane manic energy. I just think, like, post Most Violent Criminal arc, it doesn't adapt too well. Like, the Pickle arc feels so much shittier being animated than it did watching it. I like, even like some of the, like, prison shit with, like, Oliva. I think the prison shit with Oliva is, like, alright, but it's like, it hits so much differently in the actual manga. Like, it hits. Like, I think Baki is best when you can, like, stare at the panels and just fucking, like, marvel at these absolute monstrosities that are duking it out. Where you can, like, feel the impact for a prolonged period of time. I feel like the anime, it moves too fast for those parts, and then it also doesn't move fast enough for a lot of, like, the dialogue. It's weird. It's something only somebody that is, like, primarily been reading manga for the last decade would feel. Um, Other than that, I sat there and when I first hopped back on, like, a few days ago, um, I sat there and one of my clanmates asked to borrow my Zerite crossbow, giving me a Soul Reaper axe as collateral, so I sat there and went to Vardorvis for about 100 KC, got the axe head and like 20 KC. So then ended up going to Levy, and Levy I still need to go back to. I've not had the energy for Levy for a few days. I genuinely, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Like, it's like a lot of the fatigue from the grind was like queued up and then has only been coming out afterward. Like, it's one of those cases. It's like I can hop on for like a few hours and then it's just I feel so tired and everything else I can't do it anymore. It's actually why I've been doing Zora, because it's like it's chill. I don't gotta think about it. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. And then last night, okay, so I decided about uh 2 days ago. I sat there and I had this moment where it's like, listen, I want to have this physique. I sat there and it was like, there's this character from King and Omega. It's like Fei Wang Fong or something like that. He's kind of this androgynous dude that is like absolutely. He's ripped, but like not in like a fucking excessive way. He's ripped in like a actual like utility kind of way. And it's like, okay, I want to have an eventual physique like this, but the big thing is, I want to drop enough weight that I can actually get something like that. Like right now, I weigh 343 pounds. That is with me walking 2 miles every day to work. That is with me uh, doing a job that is exceedingly draining physically. Like, even my boss has had to, like, we're only working 4 hours a day because doing 8 hours a day legitimately nearly killed him. So we're only working 4 hours a day. It's still pretty regularly you're in 105-degree heat, and when you're in a rush at a restaurant, you get absolutely fucking decimated. All right. And then also me still trying to like work out. Admittedly, I've kind of fallen off since I stopped doing sumo wrestling. I haven't had nearly as much motivation to work out, but I'm like, hey, I want to like pick it back up. But the big thing was, because it's like, hey, I want to drop the weight. I sat there and I installed my Fitness Pal again. Didn't remember any of my login deets because it had been so long. Installed my Fitness Pal, and I'm like, okay, let me actually start like tracking my calories and like try to be more mindful. First thing I realized, it's really fucking hard to get enough protein as a big dude. I'm like, even on the low end, I'm supposed to be eating like 150-ish grams of protein. I've been drinking protein shakes for like 2 weeks now. That's only 25 grams. You're talking, even in a day where I was like trying to pick protein rich items, I think I only managed to get like 90. But yeah, dude, yesterday woof. All right. So again, 2 days ago, I was like, hey, let me actually like start making good decisions. Then yesterday, I sat there and before work, I immediately went too low. I only ate like 600-ish calories before leaving for work. This wasn't even a day I walked to work or anything. I actually did get a ride that day. Um, but what I didn't think about is I'm very often like, because of like binge eating and because of like stress eating and what have you, I'm usually like eating a lot of chips or like pretzels. Are nice and salty. So I sat there and I'm at work and I'm already feeling like low blood sugar symptoms despite not having low blood sugar because of having unregulated type 2, to where 200 having 250 blood sugar is enough for me to feel lightheaded and everything else like I'm experiencing a low blood sugar spell, just because my shit has been so out of whack. And it's bad enough, like, I legit, if I eat kind of any amount of sugar and then even just a moderate amount of carbs, either one, my sugar spikes and I'm pissing like constantly. Um, but so I go and before I leave for work, my sugar's at 250. Again, feeling like the lightheaded shit. And then as it goes on, I realize I'm drinking water and I'm feeling sick to my stomach, and no amount of water is like actually making me feel better. And I realize, oh fuck, I've felt this before. Like I'm also feeling like my muscles, they feel like paper. They feel like they're drooping like fucking rubber hoses. And it's like, oh, I'm out of salt. I've felt this before. And so I go and I manage to remember that I have some a Gatorade thing, like the pack that you can like put water with and essentially make Gatorade. So I go and I make that, and I feel better for a little bit. Like as I'm drinking it, like my whole body is like quivering and shaking, just getting that in me. Um, and I'm like feeling a little bit better, but now I'm dealing with all the like, what do I call it? Repercussions, or there's another term that I have for it, but like i.e. they're like the remnants of it are still making me feel awful, to where I barely am able to get through the rest of the day. I'm like having to rest, and even like my boss and the front manager, they're both like, are you okay? Like, are we gonna have to get you out of here on a gurney? Because I'm like pale faced, I'm like struggling to breathe because of it. And so I get home and like, bro, I legit. So we sat there and I got some Gatorades, and was drinking those, and then very slowly trying to feed myself some like saltines, because like my stomach was in such bad order I couldn't even like process food at that point. Um, And so I go, and I'm like having to like slowly sip the Gatorade, eat like a saltine per hour is how bad it is. It takes about 4 hours before I can even start like actually being able to like drink normally and like eat normally. And then I slept until like 11 today. So talking, got home at like 9, immediately went and laid down. So you're talking like 14 hours of bed rest, and I still feel pretty bad. Like you're talking, I ate earlier, and like I felt all right. Like I sat there and I did eat like some pizza rolls, so it was like 800 calories. I'd had some like some pretzels earlier to get more salt. Just had a little bit more pretzels before starting this recording. Um, Um, but you're talking a little bit before I started. I like had those pretzels. I was feeling the symptoms of, I can't remember what it's called. It's a type of migraine. Like I already have gotten chronic migraines most of my life, but it's a different type that I only started getting in the last like few months. It's a migraine where you get extreme vertigo, like it feels like everything is spinning around you. That's what I started getting. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be dealing with a lot of the like remnants of sitting there running out of salt for the rest of the day, which is kind of going to suck, but it is what it is. But back to the initial subject. This. So, homie just got the rank 1 for me. He actually took a while. He took like the full week that I've not been working on this to get here. And so I made this post. And I go, fucking congratulations. Talked about like some shit like with how it was affecting my real life shit and how like I decided to just leave it. And also like a little bit of like what it meant to me. Just let this sit. I like for the first like little bit I was looking at it. Yeah. But yeah, I made a post to commemorate it. So for me, it's definitely it's a closed book right now. It's a closed book, but as I said towards the bottom, like I'm not just gonna let this sit here. Like, i.e., if homie's not actively moving it, I'm gonna get it back. Jesus, that spiked. 150 now. Okay, sure. Jesus, the fuck is this thread off here? Where is it? Here we are, this guy. The Brotherhood lives on. I'm curious if this guy's just been observing or if this guy is the herp derp guy. Because I would laugh my ass off if this was him. This is accurate. Yeah. It is funny as well. Like, a lot of people, like, they had negative reactions to me posting some shit about, like, the rank 1. It is funny. Because I think I, like, posted when I, like, had maxed out the collection log, which has been a while now. Like, you can see with the log, it's been maxed out for a good while. Considering this is also only PC. So yeah, I posted this at like 67,000 or something, and people reacted pretty negatively. You had like a few people that were nice, but like legit 90% of the comments were like mean. Which is whatever, like I coped with it being like, hey, listen, pathetic people drag you down to their level. Which, it's harsh, but it's true. Like, because like the people that have accomplished a lot, they may not like understand going for something like this, but they still respect it because they have the wherewithal to be like, hey, I'm like this too, I just haven't devoted that much time into a single thing. Like, anything in this game, you're putting in a lot of time. Like, look at these hours. This isn't even that many hours compared to a lot of people in the community. It's the game that we play, and it's people that have awareness that are like tend to be a lot more respectable about it. So that's why I can sit there and cope and be like, hey, like i.e., This is people trying to drag you down to their level. Yeah. It is fine to me, though, that this is, like, generally a little bit nicer. I mean, still, you have, like, some mean comments in here, but this one's generally nicer. Again, you have, like, lots of arguments and shit. Like, you guys enjoy. It's also, I just don't care. Like, at one point I cared, because, like, this shit meant a lot to me. It doesn't anymore. Like, it doesn't. I would prefer this to be just one of, like, all sorts of other shit that I do with my life. Not like, hey, you spent your whole life on this one thing, and you fucking decimated the competition. Good job. Like, okay. Okay. Let me come here. So, think of something like Giant Mole, right? Giant Mole, the gap here is so insane, it's no longer impressive. This guy has held this for, like, a solid, like, 10 years. It's not impressive anymore, because nobody else has gone for it. It's just kind of like, oh, well, yep, that's kind of in stone, whatever, who cares? But something like this, it's like, hey, there's, like, there's been, like, an active thing here. There's a story to tell. That's what makes it interesting. And as well, I almost forgot about it, this is so interesting to me, because I was keeping up with this for the whole fucking grind, and then literally the day that I fucking decided I was done, I saw that these guys were really close, Jellyfish to passing Dr. Boobies, and then the next day, boom, he's passed, but just barely. He hasn't moved since. Bitch, we fucking decided to stop grinding literally at the same time. That's actual insanity. That's actual fucking insanity, dude. 2 rank 1s stepped down to rank 2 at the exact same fucking time. That's cool. That's so fucking cool. That's so cool because it's like, it's a degree of, like, camaraderie. It's like, hey, like I sat there and I had just gotten into, like, the rank 1 squad on Wise Old Man. And I was like, this happened like 3 weeks ago or something. And I was like, oh, that's like a reason for me to keep going, all that. I don't want to get kicked out of this club. That like restored my burnout for like a solid fucking week or two before I was like, nope, I'm done. So you gotta think, like, of that 81 people, 2 of us at the exact same time made the exact same decision. I think that's really cool, dude. Yeah, it's on to bigger and better things for me right now. It's like, I want to work on my physique. I want to actually go and, like, lose weight, not just because, like, oh, you're fat, all that. Like, I don't care about that. I love myself. Like, if I could live healthily at this weight, I would. But I can't. So, because of the type 2. It's like, if I don't want to get my fucking leg eventually amputated, I kind of have to work on this. So, for me, it's going to be a lot of, like, working on things that I've neglected. Personal health things. And it's also, as I said in my post, I want to get the DT2 boss pets, because I think that's a fun grind to go for. I think it's going to be cool as well to assemble multiple Soul Reaper axes. I want to go for Infernal, so that I have people that stop bitching at me. And I want to max, because, I mean, I'm not far off from maxing right now. I'm really not. Like, I'm pretty close. Most of this shit I could finish in, like, a month or so. Like, Slayer's not bad now with Morty. Slayer is, like, I have, like, maybe 90 hours of Slayer left. So, like, 90 hours of Slayer, like, 100-ish hours of rune crafting. Hunter is like a fucking 40-hour grind. Mining, I got like maybe 50 hours left. Agility, I've got like 100 hours, but that's fine. Sepulcher is now accessible to me. I was already doing floor 4 over and over. So it's cool to have access to floor 5 one level earlier. So I mean, the maxing is honestly a relatively small fragment. Like, the maxing will probably occur within, like, I would say, being generous to myself, I would just say 3 months. Assuming that I'm not really going to work on it, like, hardcore. And as well, assuming that I'm still going to be dealing with some of the, like, recoil damage from neglecting my health as much as I did on the grind. I'm going to assume that. Because I'm getting flashbacks to Haybox Younge when he made his video post 200 mil sailing. And talked about how, like, even like months afterward, he was still dealing with like health effects from it. Was still having to like sleep a lot more than usual. Was still like dealing with all sorts of negatives, and the fact that he like wasn't really able to touch the game that much afterward, just for health reasons. I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna deal with. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to actually physically do the long hours for a while. But we'll see. I would also like to get my Zulrah KC up. That's not even on the list of goals, but it's for personal reasons. Because whenever shit about money comes up, I always tell people, just go do Zulrah or Vorkath for your money. And I have one of my friends that he's one of my best friends, but he's also very, like, opinionated. He's one of those, he just kind of speaks his mind. And so every time I mention Zulrah, he's like, bitch, you don't do Zulrah, because I only have 800 kill count. And he recently got like 1,000. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing Crazy Archaeologist anymore. I kind of just need some spare scratch for the DT2 boss grind, because those bosses do not give money until you hit their big drops. So it's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do Zulrah consistently as like an on the side thing, especially when I'm low energy like this. I'll go and I'll get like a few thousand Zulrah KC. I'll go get the pet. That way I'll make it to where you physically can't say anything about my account. That's my toxic fucking competitive streak. My toxic competitive streak is I see somebody with more KC at something, I immediately feel like I have to get more than them so that I'm not talking out my ass when I try to talk about how a boss is to grind, all that sort of shit. Yeah. We'll see. As for, like, weight and fitness, I think my goal is to try to hit the, like, 2-ish pounds per week lost. Because that would be, like, that'd be nice. Like, you're talking, my goal weight is 250 pounds. If I could get down to that in a year's time, I feel like that is a huge improvement. Like, that's not just like an improvement, like, number-wise, or like to other people, because I don't give a shit about what other people think of it. It's an improvement where it's like, hey, I'll no longer have as much, like, foot pain from standing. It should be a lot towards getting the type 2 into remission, that sort of thing. Like, it's, if I could get down to that, my god. I legit, you're talking, I sat there at, like, 10 years old and couldn't stay below 200 pounds because I was in wrestling when I was a kid. You're talking, I have struggled with my weight for a long time. So if I could get down to that, dude, I'd be quite happy. We'll see though. Who knows what life is gonna hold for me. I do also feel myself fucking getting flashbacks to Autumn Elegy, and now this homie fucked up his hands real bad with like tendinitis. I always feel a lot of what do I call it? Camaraderie with Autumn Elegy, just because it's like, I get it. He's defo like out there because he's for sure on the spectrum. I mean, I am too, but like, he's on the spectrum in like a different way, which that's how the spectrum works. I feel like I don't go here. I feel like I'm supposed to like stay up there. But yeah, I feel a lot of camaraderie towards that. I don't know. I'm rambling. I think I'm gonna end it here. As soon as I finish this kill, see if we get anything. Okay. Nothing.